I know that there's a lot of guys that watch my channel and other YouTube channels to sort of live their life vicariously through us. Guys that would just love to leave their old wife at home and disappear and find a beautiful, maybe younger, attractive woman in an exotic location. In this video, I'll tell you a story about a guy that did just that. In fact, he faked his own death to leave his old bag of a wife and debt and miserable marriage to be with another lady. Well, a lot of people know about this story. I mean, it was widely circulated a few years ago, but I haven't seen any follow-up on it, like what ended up happening. So in this video, I'm going to get into more of the details of what happened after the guy disappeared. What happened? What was the conclusion to the story? What's up, guys? It's Greeny, living my best life here in Bangkok, Thailand. But I gotta tell you, the pollution has disappeared a little bit, but it's a scorcher out today. Today is a scorcher. So I'm gonna find somewhere to sit down to tell you guys about what happened to this guy. Tell you this story. Maybe here I'm going into M-Sphere Mall, or maybe I'll wait till I get back to my condo. I gotta be in some AC, some air conditioning, because it is almost 100 degrees today, about the third day in a row. All right, I'm gonna grab a pineapple tea smoothie at this place and try to find somewhere quiet to sit down. So the story kind of starts on August 11th of 2024. A guy named Ryan Borgwardt, I thought it was Bogart before, but it's Borgwardt, went out kayaking on the Green River in Wisconsin. And he's married, his wife, knew that he was going out kayaking. Well, later, his kayak was found flipped over. They found his wallet, his cell phone, his keys. They found all of his belongings in the water there, but no sign of him. He's gone. The police, though, based on not finding a body, they were a little suspicious at first. He told his wife that he was going to stay out late and try to see the northern lights that night. But when he never came back, that's when she sent out the rescue party. So they found his kayak, they found all the stuff there. A massive manhunt search was underway. I mean, they had to, look for his body if it was there in the water. I mean, they did, scuba. They spent a lot of money and resources looking for this guy. They never found him, back then. Back then, initially he was not found. Eventually, through police investigation, they found that his passport had been used to fly overseas, and they found some financial activity. So, I mean, they knew this guy had disappeared. He went to either Azerbaijan or Georgia, the country in Europe, and they knew this was a scam. They knew this was a setup, and he did not really kill himself. So, what was the real story? I mean, what possessed the guy to do this, and what ended up happening? I mean, everything that I had heard was up to this point. Like, he was missing, they know he disappeared, they know he set it up, but I had never heard what happened afterwards. Well, eventually he came back and was arrested and told his side of the story of what really happened. Apparently, Ryan took his kayak out to the middle of the lake and drug a inflatable raft with him and set everything up like he had flipped over and drowned, but got on his little raft and took it over to shore where he had a bicycle already set up there, rode his bike, and eventually crossed into Canada and boarded an international flight to Tbilisi, Georgia, of all places.
Says he used an inflatable boat to get to shore, rode an e-bike to Madison, took a Greyhound to the Canadian border.
In the late evening of August 11th of 2024, the defendant arrived in Green Lake, Wisconsin, and put in motion the final steps to his plan of faking his death so that he could disappear from his everyday life of being a husband and father in Wisconsin and realized his selfish and self-centered plan to travel overseas to be with a woman that he met online. Months earlier, defendant began the extensive planning to execute this perfect plan to disappear from his normal life. He took out a sizable life insurance policy. Defendant transferred money overseas. He regularly communicated with the woman, professing his love and desire to create a new life with her. He reversed his vasectomy. He applied for a replacement passport, claiming that his original one, which his wife found in the family safe in its normal place, was lost or stolen. He researched and studied how to successfully disappear. He looked into how to fake a drowning. According to the defendant, his entire plan to fake his death, to devastate his family in order to serve his own selfish desires, hinged on him dying in the lake and selling his death to the world.
Because he had found a new love interest online that he wanted to spend his life with. So in America, before he disappeared, he set up a big life insurance policy for his family, and he had sent money overseas, so he had money when he got there, but he was planning on starting a whole new life in Georgia with this new Azerbaijani lady that he had met over there. Probably the reason why he picked Georgia is that American citizens, if you go there on an American passport, you can spend 360 days there. You can stay a year in Georgia. So that's a good place in Europe. I mean, you know, most places don't let you stay that long. The woman he went to meet, her name was Katya. She was from Azerbaijan, like I said, and they met on a dating website in late of 2023. By early 2024, their online relationship had grown intense, so intense that Borgwardt began researching how to fake his own death. And in April, he planned everything out and disappeared.
The amount of hours that I spent in trying to disappear would blow your mind.
About a month later or so, Ryan had figured out that the police knew the jig was up.
Ryan, I beg you, give me a call.
I mean, they knew that he had faked it. So he contacted them, let him know that he was alive. He was in Europe, but he wouldn't say exactly where he was.
I'm in my apartment. I am safe, secure.
This was put out to the media, and the police begged him, come back, let's get this straightened around and take care of everything. By now I'm sure there was arrest warrants for him. He had committed a fraud. I mean, he had that life insurance policy, he faked his own death. I mean, it's all fraud. It's all fraud, not to mention all the resources and the money that was spent on searching for him in that lake. Ryan finally admitted what his whole plan was and gave the details to authorities. He described the crazy emotional dream that he left his family and went to live in an exotic place with this lady that he had met. Investigators learned that he was over $200,000 in debt. His marriage was struggling, and he had a growing obsession to go overseas and be with this lady he had met. In December of 2024, Ryan finally flew back to America and turned himself in. Prosecutors charged Ryan with obstructing an officer. His fake drowning triggered a massive search. Prosecutors charged Ryan with obstructing an officer, and in August of 2025, he finally went to court.
It says you'll be pleading no contest to the charge of obstructing an officer. Is that correct?
Correct.
He was sentenced to 89 days in jail, and that number was symbolic because that's how many days the police were looking for him. That's how many days he was missing before being discovered alive.
I deeply regret the actions that I did that night and all the pain that I caused my family and friends.
In the end, Ryan's wife of 22 years filed for divorce. His reputation in his hometown was destroyed, and the life that he tried to create overseas had collapsed as well. A man tried to disappear forever, ended up exactly where he started, back home and facing the consequence. I wish I had a photo of this lady he went to meet. I mean, You know, she hot? Was it worth it? I don't know. When I think of meeting a lady from overseas, you know, you got Philippines, Thailand, Colombia, all these exotic places, but Azerbaijan, you know, I'm wondering if, you know, I'm sure there's some beautiful, actually, I know a lady here from Azerbaijan. She was my first real estate lady. Yeah, she was attractive. She was an attractive lady, and she spoke multiple languages, very intelligent, so good for him. But it all fell apart, so. In the end, my advice to you guys is don't fake your death. Just get divorced, leave, head out to paradise, and enjoy your life.
58 days after the defendant faked his death, this investigation pivoted. Law enforcement discovered that on August 13th of 2024, the defendant was encountered in Canada. Law enforcement would continue to dig and find that the defendant flew from Canada into Europe, where he then went to the country of Georgia.
Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Catch you guys in the next one. Greeny out.